Now last time I introduced what ratios actually were and one simple way that we can use to solve everyday problems using ratios. However, today I want to have a look at a couple of different ways that we can also use for some more complex problems using ratios. So let's begin. One example in many households that you might find where ratios are used is on the cordial bottles. For example, today I picked up a cordial bottle and it gave me a recommended ratio of cordial to water that was 1 to 8. So let's pretend I'm hosting a party and I want to work out how much cordial and how much water I need to mix together to make a large quantity of cordial, such as 9 litres of mixed cordial for my guests. How do I do it? Well, let's break it down. What we do know is that for every 1 part of cordial, there needs to be 8 parts of water. Now we know from our last video that there are 2 other ratios that we can get from this. We can get the amount of cordial there is to the entire quantity of liquid, which in this case is going to be 1 part of cordial, and the total parts that exist is 9. So it's going to be 9 parts to the total liquid. And the other ratio that we could have a look at is the total parts of water that exists to the total parts of the liquid. So the total in the liquid is 9 and the parts of water we identified earlier to be 8. Now the first way that we can approach this problem is to look at these values and go, well, I know that there are 9 total parts in the mixture and I've got 9 litres of water. So to work out how much is in each individual part, I take the 9 litres of water and I divide it by the 9 parts. Now 9 divided by 9 is equal to 1 litre per part. Now I know this, to work out how much cordial I need to look at how many parts of the mixture was cordial. In this case it's 1. So I need to multiply my 1 litre by the 1 part, which in this case is going to be equal to 1 litre. Likewise, the water, we need to look at how much parts of it was water. In this case, it was 8 parts. So that will be 8 times each individual part, which is 1. So therefore, the amount of water that's required is 8 litres. Okay, so that was fairly simple. But what about this? What if I decide that 9 litres was going to be too much cordial for my guests, and I decide that I only needed 5 litres of cordial? Well, I approach this problem the same. I look at how many total parts were there in the ratio, which I determined earlier to be 9. So I need to know what 1 part of this mixture is equal to. And I do that by taking the total mixture of 5 litres and dividing by the total number of parts, which is going to be 9. Now in this case, I'm going to leave this as a fraction of 5 over 9 litres. Now to work out how much cordial I need to work out how many parts of this total mixture was cordial. In this case, it was 1 part. So that cordial is going to be 1 times 1 part, which is 5 over 9 litres. Now if I enter this into the calculator, I get 0.5 recurring. So let's round this to 2 decimal places. So therefore, the amount of cordial that I'll need will be 0.56 litres, approximately, to 2 decimal places. Now we've got the amount of cordial, we could simply subtract this amount from the 5 litres to work out how much water we need. Or I could look at how many parts of this mixture was water, which was 8 parts, and times that 8 with what each individual part was, which in this case is 5 over 9 litres. Now when I enter that into a calculator, it equals 4.4 reoccurring. So therefore, the amount of water that I'd need in this mixture is approximately equal to 4.44 litres rounded to 2 decimal places. So to recap, If I know the total amount of mixture that I want to create, and I also know the ratio of each ingredient that's going to be used, the first step is to work out how much total parts there are. From there, I then work out from my total mixture how much would be in each individual part. Finally, I multiply it back out to how many parts there are for each ingredient. So now it's your turn. One of the competitors' cordial bottles that I picked up recommended a concentration ratio of cordial to water of 2 to 5. If Sally wanted to make 2,100 milliliters of mixed solution, how much water and concentrate will she need?